is I'm getting a good fascial hook, and then I'm going to work, and it's going to be a little, it could be a little tender. You feel that, right?
Yeah.
So, and you'll see, I'm putting some pressure into that tissue. So I'm trying to get that, I can even get in here with my arm and really create a good fascial hook here. And now you feel that fascia getting stretched. Yeah, that's really.
And when would I do this?
When it's really tight and we're dealing with somebody that's really fixated. So I would just then after I work through, then I come back in
I miss
here
touching you.
and do some more
I know.
Want to be part of it?
movement around that spine. So basically, when I start with somebody that's wanting me to work on their back, I want to feel I want to feel the spine. I want to feel what's going on there, because that's what's going to cause all the other issues.
Right.
Once this guy is fixated, then you've got problems with muscles getting impinged. I mean, not muscles, but nerves. And if you got an impingement on a nerve, the brain senses, maybe instability of that spine. So then you start getting muscle guarding and all that contraction. So that's why this is all so, tight. So when I get down here to erect it, and I want to feel this starting out, I want to feel what she's got going or what they have going. And so I'm going to go into that lamina groove. I'm going to try to feel how much mobility does this tissue have, and how's the hips, what's the sacrum like, because when I get right here, it feels like it's tight. You feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm going to work all that, all around that. And I want to move that tissue. I get on the tissue and I move it around, trying to facilitate some blood flow, getting lymph moving, getting all those moving. I'm going to come down here. Now, the sacrum sits in here between the two iliums, right? Mm-hmm. And what it does, it moves. It'll move this way, and it'll move this way. As when I extend, it goes up. When I flex, it goes back. And when I walk, there's two axes, and we'll talk about this. I don't know. No, this is another. But I'll talk about it. It's got two axes. It's got a right oblique axis and a left oblique axis that it works on. And so that means it is supposed to rotate this way and this way and this way and this way. So what I'll do is I'll get back here on this ILA, the inferior lateral angle of the sacrum, and I'm going to put some pressure, see if that'll move. And it's very, very small movement in this, if it's working. Usually what happens, because we talked about most of us being right motor dominant, that right ilium tends to go forward, left ilium tends to go backward. So you get this movement, and it causes the spine to rotate because that ilium gets pulled, that sacrum gets pulled that way, so you get this imbalance of that sacrum sitting. So what happens is usually this upper left quadrant of the sacrum gets fixated. So I'll go in here, and there's a number of ways you can try to help mobilize this. But I'll go over to the same side, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put pressure so that ilium will move this way.
Okay, fine.
I want it to move this way. I want to see if I can, and like I was talking about, I don't try to troubleshoot a specific muscle or a specific joint or anything. I'm looking for these patterns. We know this pattern is predominant, that this ilium wants to rotate on most of us forward, and this ilium, our right ilium, goes